Everyone is doing great today. So today is July 19th after the stock market here. We're going to have a look at the heat map first and we'll get into some news as well for July 19th. So as you can see here, pretty much a lot of green. It was a really good day for the S&P. We were up 2.76 today. You can see the heat map here. Of note though, there were some earnings before today and also after today. Netflix, we'll get into that a little bit later here. But Johnson & Johnson reported earnings. As you can see, they are down 1.46 today percent. As you can see here, it lowered its earnings and revenue forecast, and also the dollar. The dollar is I've been ever since, well, obviously it's gone up a lot, but it affects big cap tech a lot. I didn't know it would affect, I don't own J&J. I'm just up here in Canada. Otherwise, I maybe would because they're such a good defensive. But nonetheless, I didn't really know that they would be so much affected by the dollar. I was thinking though, it would really be technology and stuff. Even Netflix was, well, obviously Netflix, would be affected. It's worldwide, but still technology, it's been very much affected. I believe it was IBM yesterday as well. They finished, I think, yeah, they finished down 6% today. IBM, of note, some more earnings from yesterday, but they lost 800 million because of the currency exchange. 800 million. That's no joke. And it was, I can't remember what the percentage was of the revenue and stuff that they were missing. It was single digits, low single digits, I believe anyways, but $800 million gone. Netflix was, what did they say? I just heard it a few minutes ago. I can't quite remember, but 400, 300 million, they seen a big hit on it too. But so we'll go back just a little look at the heat map here. So yeah, Johnson & Johnson and then IBM, we can't see it here, but we can pull it up quickly. They finished down, what did they finish today? Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, should have had that up. They finished down 5.28 today, as you can see at the low low. After earnings, interestingly, it was flat, I believe, relatively. Like right after earnings, just in the after hours market, right after earnings. I didn't see it since then. I don't own it again. So we'll look at some technicals for the S&P. So we are above the 50-day average. This is the S&P Spider, the SPY. So, and then as you can see, there's a 100-day, 200-day, but we are above the 50-day average, and so is NASDAQ. It's somewhat above. Some people are saying we're going to rally more from here. I'm not too sure what to think, to be honest. We very well could. In my mind, I think obviously we have the Fed coming up and all these earnings and stuff, and I think the dollar more and more is going to play a big effect, and we'll get into Netflix as well here in a little bit. But so you can see the technicals here. NASDAQ zooming up 3.11%, volatile as always, but definitely a big fat up day. Definitely off a bit, off the bottoms a little bit. So pull back the Dow. Dow was up 2.43% today. I believe it was a laggard. Yep. So we'll get into Netflix here. Up 6.67 in the after hours. Oh, 6.48 now, but up in the after hours a good amount. So the biggest reason why, obviously, is they lost less. I was going to say they had more subscribers, but they lost 970 versus 2 million. And they had better EPS. I believe it was 20-ish cents more. Don't call me on it, but 20-ish cents more EPS than the street was thinking. And they had, I think, like a bit, I can't even remember. They missed on revenue just a tiny bit. Wasn't much at all. A little tiny miss on revenue for the street. But it's obviously, as you can see up here. But they lowered their sub guidance for Q3 from, I have a hand number, but they lowered it by about, I should have the numbers, but they lowered it nonetheless by about 1,800,000. They lowered it, the Q3 guidance, and the stock, that's what I was really looking towards. And we're only, like, it's July 19th and they already lowered it, their Q3 guidance, by 1,800,000. and they just posted back-to-back quarters of losing subscribers. I'm wondering, like, are they going to be able to really like turn this around? Like, I think Q3 earnings, especially with subscriber count, are going to be huge. Like, if you have 3 quarters in a row of losing subscribers, that's huge. And if you like, I feel you have to, I don't know, I'm really worried about the subscriber count. I know. And then also of note though, they're really going all out on this ad stuff. They believe they mentioned that they released a letter to shareholders, and they're like really focused on the ad stuff, right? But what the heck was I gonna say? Sorry. But yeah, and that's, we're saying they're gonna have to wait a while. That's what I was gonna say. I was trying to remember there, but they're like, investors are gonna have to wait a while to see the real results from the ad tier that they're gonna have coming out. I think, ad tier is huge. It's gonna change it a lot. It's likely why Netflix hasn't dropped complete, like it's dropped off a cliff. It's actually well, I don't know about now, but it was before this, the laggard, like of all 500 companies on the S&P, it was the laggard, like it's down the most. So it's like the ad tier is likely going to save it, but like the subscriber count, to me, it's I don't, it's such a worry. It's come down a lot, and it's Netflix, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I wouldn't be investing here. That's my opinion. It's come down so much. Obviously, I don't understand why it's up. I'm looking specifically just because of the Q3 guidance is really why. Like, they lowered it by a lot, and that's very worrying to me. And we're only July 19th. We're only 20 days into Q3 here, and they already lowered it by a lot. And also this, password sharing stuff. People don't like that. That's gonna like that's I just I can see. I don't know. I'm very worried about the subscriber count. I don't want to get into it too much, but like I'm very worried about the subscriber count. Like, to me, Disney is better. Like, I have Netflix, but Disney is better and also cheaper. And just, well, I don't know about cheaper. For me, it is, because I'm just, one person watching it. I share Netflix with my family. But anyways, though, it's just, I don't know. I'm very worried. I've always, ever since they had the bombshell drop of, they lost subscribers. Ever since they had that big bombshell for Q1, I've been very worried about it. Even since November, I've been kind of worried about it. Well, not, whenever, I guess, the Q4 earnings call it, but it's just, yeah. And so you can say whatever, but at the end of the day, everybody focuses on the subscriber count. It's such a big deal. And you also have the streaming wars going on in the background, but obviously big time earnings from Netflix today. So we'll move on from that. We'll look at Bitcoin up at 23,000. It's rallied a little tiny bit here. It's nice to see, ever since, well, obviously there's still this news about Celsius. I'm clearing my throat here because get your freaking crypto, your Bitcoin, get it off exchanges, put it in a non-custodial wallet. Just get it off exchanges. What is it? Not your keys, not your coin. Like, I cannot stress that enough. And I'm gonna throw it in Bitcoin Well. Put your guys' crypto on Bitcoin Well. Ticker BTCW. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Anyways, though. So Bitcoin has rallied a lot. I have no clue what is going to happen with Bitcoin at all. It's correlated with the Nasdaq a little bit. Obviously, it greatly outperformed. It's very volatile. Bitcoin could still very well go. I wouldn't be surprised if it went to 10K, if it made new highs. I doubt it will. I very much doubt it will anytime soon. It's just not the right stock market environment. I'm going to say this too, like, at the end of the day, Bitcoin specifically, it's not meant to be traded. That's not the main purpose of crypto. I don't understand why people really trade crypto. Obviously, you trade it to make money off of it, right? But like, it's not, that's not its real purpose, and it's volatile as hell. Like, it's so volatile. But again, here looking at Celsius, we'll look at there. I hate Celsius just for this, because of this specifically. Well, not this specifically, but there's claiming that, that if they're the people, like, they're taking people's crypto with them in bankruptcy. It's unlikely that people that had crypto in there are going to get any money back or their crypto back. It's, and there's all sorts. CNBC did a little like a little thing on them, and there's all the like 2 interviews of former employees, and it's really like, it's bad, like, it's sketchy. It's, and then you obviously have Voyager, and who was the other one? I can't quite remember. And then you have FTX kind of bailing everyone out. We haven't heard any other. Oh, Three Arrows, that was it, just came to mind. Three Arrows, Celsius, and Voyager have filed for bankruptcy so far. It's unfortunate to see. There's also Bitcoin miners in Texas shutting down because they're taking too much electricity from the power grid. They're having a big heat wave there and stuff. But we'll look at big cap tech today. As you can see here, relatively up, of course, on a big day for the S&P, especially Apple. It definitely it's a large chunk of the S&P. So was all of big cap tech. So you can see here, lots more earnings coming out here. I can't remember the dates exactly, but I know there's lots of big cap tech's earnings coming out here. I believe, yeah, I don't want to say any dates because I can't remember the exact ones. But yeah, just because I'm up in Canada here, I'm also just in college. I don't really have a whole lot of money, so I can't really afford the big cap tech stocks. I mean, I could if I really wanted, but the currency exchange, and also I have to deal with commission and the FX, fee and all that stuff. And with Wealthsimple, I just have 0 fees up in Canada. So, but anyways, so obviously, the U.S. market is the place to be. So I follow it greatly, and it dictates Canada to a large degree. So looking at, oh yeah, IBM here, we pulled that up earlier, down 5%. And then, yeah, that was pretty much it, guys. You can see the heat map for today, lots of green. Big earnings time here. We've got a few behind us now, but we still have a lot to go. We have Johnson & Johnson, and then Netflix. Well, Netflix today, Johnson & Johnson, and IBM yesterday. But obviously the big news right now would be Netflix. We're still up in the after hours. We're refreshing here. Yep. Still up again. That, like, the Q3 guidance outlook, and it was down a lot. I don't understand, why it's up so much. Maybe it's, I don't know. Even though I know why they beat, they lost, million less subscribers, basically 970,000 they lost compared to 2 million. But I don't know. Again, I was talking about it earlier. I wouldn't be investing in it right now. I'd wait till Q3, and then you really have a much more clear picture, I would say. And also you'll have a clearer picture on the ads by then, and where that's specifically going to go, even though they released some details and partnering with Microsoft. But anyways, though, guys, I'll just wrap it up there, and I hope everyone is doing great. Have a great day, guys, or night.